D-Time! Neos Power! Welcome back to D-Time Duels. We're here, baby. It's always D-Time to duel. And here we have the ever so popular or unpopular Exosisters or Shiftosisters or Exoshifters versus the Neos Power deck, Neos Hero deck. And we lose a die roll here in game one, and they start off with the Martha Stewart. And I always thought there was something about her name that reminded me of somebody that is famous. So Martha Stewart. And I had no hand traps here, so it's just kind of like, yeah, go off. And yeah, so this tournament, I could not catch a break with these die rolls. I think I've lost way more. I think probably my die rolls are pretty cursed. I might get rid of some the current die that I have for some new die, because I just keep losing with the dice that I currently have. And they're hero dice. They keep failing me. I don't know. But then, yeah, he goes off into the Searcher. And yeah, Exosisters just won. They just, excuse me, they just won a remote duel. So I thought it'd be perfect timing to upload this game. And I've got two more after this, of course. He adds the Exosister trap. And yeah, there's no shifter, but let me see my hand here. We're trying to see, how do I open? There's a lot of good insight. We're gonna start with a emergency call. Fortunately, there is no shifter now. You have to excuse the camera angle once again because, you know, it's just not, it wasn't the best on this tournament day. I don't know what happened, but we go to add Stratos. The next thing we do is, I see I have an engaged Neospace. Yeah, we just start off with engaged Neospace. And I'm still learning this deck in terms of like how to beta Ash and what things I should do to beta Ash. But yeah, we start off with engaged Neospace. Not sure what made me e-call first. Maybe I'm thinking I'm gonna normal summon Stratos to attempt to pop a spell trap. And yeah, we're sending our Neospatian and our Shadow Mist. And once again, you know, if you want to see this build, you can go over to our main channel that should be tagged in this title and check out our most recent build here. And then yeah, that's gonna go off no problem. So get our polymerization, everything's fine, I think. And then we're on a fusion deployment. That's also fine. So I like fusion deployment. I guess one way of dealing with Ash, somebody made a really good suggestion, is throwing in Aqua Dolphin, since I'm playing the fusion deployment package anyway. So that actually couldn't hurt. Maybe a third Neospatian might, you know, might just be fine. Or I could play the Storm Neos package and replace Grand Mole and the Dark Panther for Hummingbird and Aqua Dolphin and still just keep two Neospatians. Could do that as well, but then now we cut out excuse me, our Nebula our Nebula Neos. But at the same time, I mean, does that really matter when we can summon Nebula Neos with Arm Neos? But then we're gonna go ahead and polymerization these two away into the new Infernal Rage. Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. And here, definitely we're gonna do some chain blocking here to get that trap card. So, I mean, we're able to go off without a hitch. And that just kind of lets me know the power level of this deck versus Exosister. I'm not even under a shifter. It's so far so good, but you know, it's not like the thing about Omni Hero. Now that I've kind of come down, you know, I've done 3 tournaments so far with this. I'm gonna have to say the Army Hero is still better. I'm just gonna have to say that. It just has more gas. He's gonna banish my Flame Wingman, which is totally fine. That's where he wants to be. He doesn't have to be in the graveyard. Though that does stop us from, prevent us from getting a Sunrise, unfortunately so. And to be fair, yeah, we did not go first. So most of the time you're gonna lose when you don't go first. Most of the time. So I probably have to go back to the drawing board and retweak some things with Niels, but yeah, it's very tough. Right now, I think Omni is better, but I will say that the deck is better in terms of consistency. It's better in terms of it doesn't brick as much as Omni Hero. It doesn't clash as many things as Omni Hero. It's not as like bricky. Surprisingly, you're playing two vanilla Neos. It's not quite as bricky. I would say, but it's power ceiling. The deck is so simple. It's probably a little bit too simple. And but again, this is someone I'm just starting the deck, and I don't seem to have a he brings out the other Exosister to do more banishing. We're not winning this game. I thought I was going to, but no. I mean, just so many different interruptions. Then we try to go Miracle Fusion, and we know we have a good follow-up turn, so. And let's see, we banished. We're gonna go. Who are we going to? Brave Neos. Miracle Fusion into Brave Neos. Because not like we could do Shining Neos, because the Wingman got banished, unfortunately. And then that gets banished. So even if I... No, I think somewhere along the line I definitely misplayed, guys. No, I had this game. Yeah, no, I misplayed. You guys are going to see it. You guys are going to see it here in a bit. And then I'm just going to set a trap. We're going to set the favorite contact and attempt to end our turn. And then off to their turn, here's what I should have done. Standby phase, favorite contact, pop, pop. Favorite contact into Shining Nails, and then pop, pop. But no, that's not what I do, because I get kind of... So we're still learning where to win. Like, we got to know the matchups, because most of the time I wouldn't have to worry about this thing. Like, with Omni Hero, we have so many different options. We have... Oh, look, see, and then he gets a search, and now we lose because of that. So we could have put him on Better Habit versus our Shining Neos, but no, we didn't. We could have just popped that before, and now it just snowballs, and we lose. So we misplayed. I think we could have played that better, in all honesty. But as I was saying, the Omni Hero, I mean, Plasma, right? Done, right? Done. Like, we have... Omni Hero has so much utility. But that's the point of these tournaments, is to get out all the kinks and all that stuff, and knowing when to favorite contact. Should have done it right there. Everything in my guts was telling me to do that right there, and now we definitely lose. We have a Martha, the Lingov. I'm sitting here just like just getting greedy. Now he's gonna overlink. Like, come on, bro. I mean, over Exceed, like. This was my fault. I fumbled the bag on this one. So again, this is my first. This was my first tournament with this deck. So that's okay. That's the point of these replays. They also help me too personally. So then he's gonna go into the big Exosister, which is gonna just mess everything up for us. He has a ton of follow up. So. Oh man, we so messed up. We had that game. So before you tell me what I could have and should have done in the comments, way ahead of you. In retrospect. I'm just learning, like, okay, if you have a gut feeling to do something, do it, man. I could have popped 2 and prevented a search and just put them on. Hey, better be on it, man. Better have it. But I don't know what I was afraid of. And then that's what, 2 pops, so that's 2 attributes. But also, this is also a weird matchup because the Exosisters are all light, so I don't get to take advantage of different attributes from their side of the field. So it's kind of a wonky matchup, but we're gonna destroy. Wait a minute, that's Imperm. Now I'm gonna say I still misplayed, but it would not have mattered because he still had imperm. So yeah, never mind. He still had imperm, and yeah, that's just pretty rough. So. And I just feel like, okay, well, you know, the Neos is not protected well enough. So, very unfortunate stuff here. And then he's going to go to another Exosister and do more banishing. Very annoying deck. I think it is a good deck, to be fair. Well, I mean, it's good against, like, I'm going to call it a... Like, okay, Exosister is already explored, and it's already, you know, it's a very simplified deck, right? Neos is still very unexplored. It's a brand new deck, so of course, yeah, we're gonna get blown out the water. So, and then he's gonna tactics, and yeah, that's game. I hero lived, so yeah, that was rough, man. I would say, like I said, I would say that I misplayed, but he had the imperm anyways. So yeah, I feel like Neos definitely needs some work, or maybe perhaps my build needs some work. I don't know. But in any regards, give this video one small favor. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Really appreciate it. That does this channel wonders. So small task for you. Just thumbs up, please. Comment "It's D time" down in the comments, and subscribe if you have not yet. And we're gonna hop into game 2. And into game 2, sorry it got cut off there a little bit, but in his standby phase he goes to Shifter, and then I go to set a little spell and trap, and end my turn. Yeah, so again, Exosister or Exo Shifter, just, you know, doing Exo Shifter things. So that's a Shifter in their graveyard. You guys can't see it, but I remember this game, so that was certainly a Shifter. We set one little spell or trap, and we just end our turn because, yeah, we can't play under a Shifter, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm not opposed to, you know, Exosister winning, because perhaps maybe this could get D-Shifter banned. So he summons the Martha. He goes to get the Martha Stewart, and Martha goes and gets the monster. And then we just go ahead and rivalry. So you want to floodgate me, I'm going to floodgate you in return, and it was so satisfying. The Exosisters are all spellcasters, and then the their Exeeds are warrior. So there's nothing they can go into unless it's another spellcaster, which they cannot do. And that was pretty satisfying. And then all he could do was just push for damage, and it like what? Said maybe a spell trap and end their turn. Oh, we have, oh my goodness, we have Spirit of Neos. Yeah, we definitely win in this. We definitely win in this. So you want to play around Shifter, a really good counter. If you know they're going to be going Shifter on turn 1, your turn 1, definitely after a post sighting, definitely put in that rivalry. So yeah, definitely put that rivalry in. So, I mean, to be fair, I mean, the fact that Neos is even going toe-to-toe with any kind of rogue / meta, whatever, a competitive deck is already a miracle in and of itself. And now the Shifter is worn off, and now we're going to play some Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. And of course, in Neos, we're all warrior, baby, and there's so much we can do here. I mean, look at all that gas I have in my hand. E-Call, engage Neos space. I got everything in my hand. So there's no way we can lose this game. Absolutely. There's absolutely none. So the emergency call, like, probably you would have to have like a droll perhaps. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but even with a droll, we're still doing, man, we putting out damage. Like, you can't get over this rivalry. Then we engage Neos space. You see there's no droll. I think we added a Stratos from deck to hand, or no, we added the Shadowmist from deck to hand so that we can go use the engage Neos space. Send the Dark Panther. We're gonna go ahead and summon the second Spirit of Neos. Spirit of Neos is gonna get, I believe, the I think that's a Neos fusion that we added to hand. Then no, we also get polymerization before. Yeah, no, we grab the polymerization, and then now we do the chain links 1, 2, and Spirit of Neos. So think that's Protector of the Elements, and then yeah. So we already had the Neos Fusion in hand, so we have Polymerization, Protector of the Elements, and Stratos added from deck to hand. And then now we're gonna go ahead and, I mean, look at all these guys we have. So I mean, you guys see the insane implications that this deck does have when things are going in its favor. We know some of Stratos, and then we're gonna just go ahead and just try to blow 2 back row. I mean, up to 2 because of the the 2 other heroes on the field. So I mean, he's gonna impermit, and that's totally fine. That was the point of that. And now we're just gonna just tear his board apart from here. There's just so much we can do here. This deck is crazy. No. Not in that zone, buddy. Oh, no. Imperm was in the other zone, I believe. Yeah. So Imperm was in the other zone of rivalry, I believe. Then you see we polymerization, and we bring out the Infernal Rage Wingman. So yeah, I had to play it back for a second and double check. Yeah, I did not make a misplay with polymerization. I did do it in the correct zone. And you guys see the Infernal Rage goes off, gets us our favorite contact, as well as the, or no, I think we already have the favorite contact, which is never really a brick when you draw. As long as you have engine, favorite contact is not a brick. Now you prefer to search it, but it's not exactly a brick. And you know, we get our, we're winning this game. We're certainly winning this game. You know, Miracle Fusion with the Sunrise, and you know, we have just a ton of gas. So this is what I love about the deck over Omni, is that it's more efficient. But I will say that Omni is way more powerful when you're bringing out a DPE and you have additional follow-up. Then we go into instant contact, dude. This is why I play instant contact, because that was live with the Neos before we even bring out, you know, Shining or anything like that. I think I'm gonna opt for Grand Merge, who's live and is gonna bounce something. So yeah, I mean, very incredible. This is a very incredible showing, and I think this is a great opportunity to, you know, kind of just capitalize on the popularity of Exosister right now. It was just great timing. The stars aligned. So I just want to show you guys, then we go Miracle Fusion, then he scoops. So I just want to show you guys that it is possible to win with this deck. It is absolutely competitively, it is possible to win. It is possible to beat things. We just have to play right. We have to know, you know, where not to misplay, proper deck building, proper side decking, and most importantly, practice. But yeah, hopping into game 3. So here we are into game 3, and yeah, they're going first, and then let's see, Shifter, there it is again. The deck, listen, man. So here's the good news. We win should they not draw Shifter. We drew a really good hand here, but unfortunately we're locked under Shifter. So something told me, I think I decided to keep in the rivalries, but I am still working on a workaround in terms of Shifter. So yeah, there's that as well, but I'm still working on that workaround with Shifter for this deck. And I'm just going to be strategizing and theorizing, you know, what we can do, because Shifter is a big problem. Like, how can we safely pass our turn? Perhaps, you know, one can say, you know, then we go Ash, right? We're just going to Ash whatever the first thing we see to slow them down. And then they end their turn, they have their Ash. Now, guys, I had this game. I misplayed. So I'm going to show you guys where we messed up, okay? So we summon Blaze Man, all right? He lets Blaze Man go. He's holding his Ash. He should have ashed here, really. He really should have ashed here. Obviously, there's no Droll because you can't Droll under Shifter. We get Polymerization now. This is where we fumbled it back. We had game right here. We had it. We go Neos Fusion instead of Polymerization. We had the additional hero in hand, and now we lose, and now we lock ourselves up. We locked ourselves out of even being able to use a poly thereafter. We had it. We had it won. We had the game won, man. They had nothing. I don't think they had anything after that. and we had it. We really just kind of killed ourselves there. So yeah, we played right in Ash. They held it, and we should have polymerization first into Sunrise, because Sunrise should be able to get over this XYZ and get that Miracle Fusion, and then Neos Fusion. You know, that's what we could have done, right? And then just beat them down, right? And get our stuff, get our protective elements or something like that. There's so much we could have done here. But either way, allowing that monster to stay on the field because we got greedy, because we were trying to go for arm Neos, but we could have, there's so much we could have done, bro. Going into Sunrise, and he's going to probably Ash, because that's a big thing to Ash the Miracle Fusion. Then we just Neos Fusion into the arm Neos, but I got so anxious. And then now we lose, we end our turn, and now we snowball and lose. So we fumbled the bag, we had that game, guys. So again, you can win, you can beat almost any deck. And yeah, so we did end up beating Kashtira today. I don't have it on film, unfortunately, but we did end up beating a Kashtira deck. But from here, yeah, we lose miserably. So we misplayed a few times here. So that is okay. And you guys see it's just pretty much over. I don't have a Spirit of Neos in hand to prevent me from dying. So then he's gonna, yeah, it's just over. So, yep. So we can beat anything, to be fair. And had he not had that shifter, it really would have been over. No questions asked. So Exosister, that's why nobody respects it and everybody crap talks it, because it's shifter. It's not real without shifter. So yeah. And then now we lose. That's a game on board right there. So I certainly don't respect this deck. It's just a shifter deck. Like you could play Fluundaries and do the exact same thing. Kashtira do the exact same thing. It's just shifter. Except Kashtira is actually good. But without further ado, really appreciate you guys. That's gonna do it for this game, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.